Hi, I'm Marika Hackman and we're here at Abbey Road Studios to record an Abbey Road Amplify and Pitchfork London session. So today I took a song from my first record called Skin. It's the 10-year anniversary of my first album, so it felt like a nice opportunity to mark how far I've come in many ways and revisit some older stuff. So I decided to just take it in a bit of a different direction and not recreate what I had before. So yeah, kind of like doing a cover of my own song. I'm very kind of instinctive and I like serendipitous play. So I kind of like to just strip everything back, bring it down to just a guide vocal, guide guitar, build everything up around it, and then remove those kind of initial aspects to see what's kind of the crust that is like left behind. So yeah, I knew what tone I wanted. So kind of taking it off the guitar and putting it onto the Rhodes and kind of flipping it on its head, making it darker and moodier. It's like I had kind of sonic kind of images in my head rather than an actual plan. The Gatehouse is a great studio. I like the size of it. It feels like you're really, especially working with a small team, like you feel really kind of like nestled into your space. And it's so easy to jump between the control room and the live room and doesn't feel kind of intimidating, despite the fact, it's part of Abbey Road, which could be quite terrifying. But I had lovely Paul and Ed helping me out doing engineering and setting everything up for me. So yeah, a small crack team today. Makes everything a bit faster, I think. I think something very important is to not be intimidated by spaces and situations. If you are a musician, you are a songwriter, you can assert that side of yourself and you don't need to kind of take a back seat. And if you have a decision, you have a creative idea, then you should follow that through because ultimately you're the one with the vision, you've come up with the song. People can throw ideas around and ultimately that's helpful in the end, like having that collaborative thing or a sounding board. But if you have a clear, strong idea and someone says, don't do that or try this, don't listen to them. Also, can we hear just no reverb on the main vocals?
Yeah.
And then only have a bit of reverb on the harmonies?
Yeah, like completely dry.
I think so. I brought a few of my own guitars. We did the guide guitar on, I've got a 1950s Gibson, like parlour guitar, and then I've got a 124-year-old baritone guitar with a rubber bridge, and that's actually what we did some plucking on, because it sounds more like kind of like a harp almost. It felt less guitar driven, which is kind of what I was going for. And then there's a lovely piano over here that I was playing, and played on the Juno a bit as well, got some nice synth sounds and things like that. So. This morning have spent the time doing tracking guitar and vocal so we can get a kind of something to build on. But then I decided that the backbone of the track should be the Rhodes to make it different from how I originally recorded it 10 years ago. So what I said earlier actually to Paul was that it's like we can build it up like a paper mache, and in essence that guitar that I originally laid down is the balloon, and then we can pop that at the end, take it out and see what's left and keep it really sparse. So done a bit of piano, done a bit of Rhodes, and after lunch I'm going to do a lot more vocals, I think, and try and layer up a lot of that, and maybe a little bit of baritone guitar and probably a little bit of Juno. And I think we're going to keep it pretty simple today, so we'll see how that goes anyway. Was lost to me, but I'm not.